solve it, and let me have the time to discuss about the unit number 5. Alright, unit 5 is all about the networking, and that's a major aspect, and small things on the outcome of the networking. All right, so networking, few people will think in the technical terms, and few will think in a non-technical term. So in the non-technical nama pata, like we have in a two-way. One is on connecting a cables, like a LAN cable, connecting breadboards or wires. So we call them as a networking in normal technical, where ECE, computer science, and other computer science branches will say normally. Okay, so this is a technical networking. But where here we're going to talk about a general networking, how it can help us to get recruited or get selected in the company. Okay, that is what we're going to see today. Since a mixture of students are here, and I think they're just getting job. All right, and I'll just brief you how we will get benefit when we network with the people, because normally, a lot of teachers and mentors and other peer members usually says us to go to an event and try to get exposed. So they always keep on a pressure on our back, but we never know or do not know why we want to participate all these kinds of events and things. Okay, for instance, your mentor may push you to attend the symposium before 2 to 3 years, but as a student you will enjoy when you go to the symposium, because you will try to meet a lot of people and try to see how others are coordinating, arranging, and price distributions and a lot of things. For example, games or a event or a workshop. So there will be a lot of things which will be present in the such kind of symposium when you go. But as a student, okay, you will just enjoy when you go there. You will have a nice lunch, you will have ice cream, you will do sit chat, and a lot of things you will do. But when you comes back to the institution from the symposium, when we ask what are your learnings, there you will say like I have learnt how they did a practice. Yes, so that's a kind of things you normally do. அப்போ அதோட லேர்னிங் என்னன்னு நம்ம கேட்டா, I think there is a network issue. I do not know for where it is. Yeah, it's for my line, it seems not an issue. அந்த இடத்துல போய் நம்ம வந்து நீங்க என்ன கத்துக்கிட்டு வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு when a teacher ask you, you will be describing only all those happenings. ஸோ அந்த இடத்துல இருக்கிறத மட்டும்தான் நீங்க வந்து சொல்லுவீங்க, கரெக்ட்? மற்ற மாதிரி லேர்னிங்ஸ் எதுவும் இருக்காது. ஸோ யூ டு நாட் நோ who are all the participants, you do not know who are all the judges, you do not know who are all the speakers of the event. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி காலகட்டத்தில் நீங்க இருந்தீங்க, ரைட்? அப்படிதான் வந்து நம்மளோட ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே நம்ம பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம், ரைட்? தென் லேட்டர் பாயிண்ட், the digital medias, for example social medias. So where I'm just connecting the social medias into digital social medias, right? இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கும் we have to spend an amount, and we have to get on duty from the faculty, and again mentor, and again to the class advisor, and again to the head of the department, and sometimes if required we will get permission from the head of the institution too. So இந்த இடத்துல எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா you will face lot of things, challenges in the sense, லைக் எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னா, ஃபேக்கல்ட்டியும் ஏன் லீவு, ஏன் ஆன் டியூட்டி, இதையே தான் கேட்பாங்க. The head of the department will also ask the same thing. Principal will also ask the same thing. So now everything comes into digitalized era, where the networking is not only limited with such kind of symposium and conferences. So we will have a lot of chances and provisions to network with the people, right? So this is how the digital era came, right? But still, we will have certain confusions. Why should I want to participate in the symposium and other kind of conferences? So these are all the questions will be in your mind. So let our classes today will give you a clear perspective on how the networking helps us helps the student to have a better connections, right? That's what the exact takeaway from the session. So let me come into the networking through social media, right? When we hear about social media, our parent always say like no, because of the addictions, and also in the guiding of student or users in a wrong way. So that is why our parents are says like, they're just saying it's a stop, don't use social media. Still, I do not know how many of your parents are saying not to use the social media, right? So this social media will helps us in a lot of aspects as a learner, right? When we take the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so many are there, Google Plus, Pinterest, and a lot of things are there. Okay, these are all the available. I don't know to say much about it, because you guys are youngsters, always using these kind of things, right? So in the social media la, first வந்து let we understand what is exactly called networking, right? I just say you a simple case and example to understand why the students want to do a networking, right? இப்போ நம்ம பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, uh, we are in the classroom where maximum of 60 to 70 students. ஸோ 4 years வந்து நம்ம எஜுகேஷன் வந்து இந்த கிளாஸ் ரூமில் தான் நிறையா ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவோம், லைக் தி பிரெயின்ஸ் ஆஃப் 60 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒவ்வொரு பிரெயினியாக இருப்பீங்க, ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு டேலண்ட் இருக்கும், ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்கும், கண்டிப்பாக யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது இருக்கும். ஸோ இவங்களோட கொலாபரேஷன்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கும். பிகாஸ் ஃபார் இன்ஸ்டன்ட், ஒன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஹூ கேன் டூ குட் இன் கோடிங், then we will inspire by himself and we will try to code, right? We will learn from him, we will ask the guidance from him, help and support. So if our student is an athlete, okay, so where we will ask about how the athlete coaching and athlete success, failures and everything from him. So that the kind of learning we will get. But out of 4 years, we all எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னா, அது ஒரு பவுண்டா இருக்குங்க. அந்த பவுண்ட்குள்ள மட்டும்தான் நம்மளோட லேர்னிங்ஸ் வந்து இருந்துட்டு இருக்கும். ஸோ இட் இஸ் அ பெட்டர் டு எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் அன் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அண்ட் ஐடியா அமாங் தி பீப்புள் வித் அ காமன் ப்ரொஃபஷன் ஆர் ஸ்பெஷல் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட். இது ஏன் சொல்றோம்னா, இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் அ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் அப்ஜெக்டிவ், then the possible guidance and support you will not get it from the 60 students, because ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு அப்ஜெக்டிவா இருக்கும், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், ஓகே, யூனிக் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் எல்லாரும் ஒன்று சேர்ந்துருவாங்க, ரைட்? அப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 60 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டை லெட் வி டேக் 10 to 20 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வித் அ யூனிக் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அண்ட் தி சேம் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டும் இருக்கலாம் ஆன் தி ப்ராபபிலிட்டி, ரைட்? ஸோ அப்போ there is a limited crowd which can helps for achieving your goal, for getting help and support, right? So this is where the networking plays a vital role with the help of a social medias, where you can get connected with the same alike character. For example, if you are a Python coder, then you will find a lot of Python coder and award-winning Python coding competition winners and a lot of event winners in these social medias, where you can get connect with them and you can ask the guidance or help or a support or exchanging an information of an event. If you are a Python coder, then you will get a competition news and the challenges and the supports and everything, right? So we normally try to get that. அப்போ இந்த டிஜிட்டல் சோஷியல் மீடியாஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய சப்போர்ட்ஸை வந்து இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சிங் ஆஃப் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அண்ட் ஐடியாஸ் who are all in the common profession, right? So which is exactly called as networking. ஸோ இதையே தான் நீங்கள் டெக்னிக்கல்லையும் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. It is like routing of wires and you connecting into different LAN paths for the computer, correct? So this is exactly a networking. It is not like meeting a people and exchanging the phone numbers and just to have a chats like hi bye. It is like a complete sharing of information and ideas among the people with a common profession, correct? So அப்போ வந்து நம்மளோட லேர்னிங் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். That is why the network is very important. Okay, now the question comes, where as a student you will network with other college students. As learning in the core content, then you will be learning with the industry professionals. The same networking can be utilized for recruitment also. For example, screening or recruitment, there you can use it out. So as of now, the networking can be linked with the HRs, for instance TCS. So I have shared recently about a student who can tagged Tech Mahindra for his resume and preparation and skills. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து டேக் பண்ணியிருந்தாரு. டேக் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா த டெக் மஹேந்திரா have replied to the candidate, yes, we are welcoming you to the Tech Mahindra and we will conduct interview for you on the suitable date. So this is the power of networking, right? So I hope it is clear for now why the networking has to be learned in the personal psychology. This is one of the medium where you not required an officials to get approved to apply for an interview. இப்போ நீங்கள் ஒரு டிசிஎஸ் போகிறீங்கன்னு வைங்க, you have to talk to the security, you have to move to the admin, then you have to move to the HR, and we do not know where your resume will be limited. It may be at the security gate, because there are certain company who collect resumes only at the security gate, not even entering into the admin or HR departments, right? So this networking can help us to directly connect to the HR of the company, where we can get a suitable date of interview. It's a chance. So networking is powerful for a recruitment. This is the need to learn about networking. So let me brief small examples, because I've just connected you a digital networking, where other networking is also there, a kind of networkings like conference, seminar, workshop. So these three are well versed to you. And one more is like industry and business, where you can go for an internship, collaborations, and you can go for an industrial visit, where you can exchange an information and learn, and activities, social event. For example, CTS will conduct a corporate social event, where you can go and attend the event and you can talk to the programmers how the interviews are made. Okay, so just a minute, I'll drink a little bit of water. So I'm just back. Okay, where we have stopped is like a type. It's like an informal chatting in the coffee room or corridor. But what we'll do normally in the colleges, Like we will just be happy and enjoy with the cracking jokes in the coffee room or corridor. Even we can meet a lot of people, a coffee with CEO or a coffee with industrialist. So we will get, like when we go to the professional forum of event, and there are a lot of clubs to network. For example, Lions Club are there, and a lot of trust where different industrialists will come in and they do activities where we can get joined in the club and we can network. So this is one part like ordinary networking, which we can go offline and attend, and we will have a lot of time. Okay. Another one is like, as I mentioned, a social media like blogging and profession like LinkedIn, online platforms, networks, email, and we shall have a lot of things to network. So இதுக்கப்புறம், like after learning about networking, try to spend your time for networking. இது ஏன் மறுபடியும் சொல்றேன்னா, இப்போ like we have missed a lot of contact. இப்போ ஒருத்தர் வந்து ஒருத்தங்க கூட பேசுறாங்கனாலே there should be an intention, something they have to gain. They have to exchange your contacts or a lead, because that's why the proverb came, information is wealth. Correct? So information is wealth ங்கிறது, it's an important one, because you will have a lot of contact. The same day you cannot be utilize the network, but it can be used after a year or 2 years. There you can have a lot of things on the networking. All right. So then about the purpose is to communicate, connect and collaborate. The real purpose of networking is like just hi bye சொல்றதுக்கு பேரு networking கிடையாதுங்க. Okay. To இந்த hi byeங்கிறது, it's a kind of connect. Okay, just ஒரு medium. Effective communication we'll try to do in networking, and after communicating we will get connect with them. Actually it's like an exchanging of information, or like sharing of professional news, and to collaborate. So finally we have to collaborate and do certain kind of activity with them. For example, if a HR, like we'll be talking to the HR, like I'm so and so, I'm so good in this skill, definitely I'll be helpful to them. To connect in the sense, HR will share the interview dates or conduct an interview, and finally you will be joining with the company and you will be working as an intern or a full-time employee with the company. So this is the actual purpose of networking, right? And these are all simple things, like you all well know how networking is gonna give you a lot of opportunities, and how it can expose you, because these are all the areas which you will never think as a student. Because once you get employed, if you join with the company, then you will have so much of knowledge, and you will try to think in a different way. Your brains will start to think. ஏன்னா எக்ஸ்போஷருக்கு தான் நம்ம மெயினாக சொல்கிறோம், பட் கான்டாக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் வில் டெஃபினெட்லி ஹெல்ப். Like, so these are all basic things which you already know, why social media and what is the purpose and why we have to do and everything. So it's not required for you guys, right? So இது மாதிரி நிறைய platforms are there. Okay, where I'm just connecting a platforms, right? I do not know, I think rainy at outside. Okay, let me come back. And there is a blogல நிறைய பேர் கமெண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, அவங்கள பற்றி எழுதியிருப்பாங்க, or individual blogs, common blogs. There you can network and write them, and there are a lot of collaborative projects. There are content communities. நிறைய communities இருக்கு. For example, GitHub, it's like a community, right? GitHubல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, எரர்ஸ் இருந்தால் பண்ணலாம், we can utilize it. It can be taken into content community as well as to the collaborative projects, right? So these are all the available area where we can network. So it is not only with the LinkedIn, Facebook or Twitter. Okay, we have a lot of opportunities to network with the people, right? So blogs, you all will know about more than me, that I'm damn sure, because like basically as an engineer, the generation gaps plays a vital role. So இப்போ இருக்க ட்ரெண்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, even a kid 3 to 4 year of kid is using a WhatsApp video call, online classes, and a lot of development. Okay, I hope this blogs will definitely help you to get network with the people, right? So blogs நிறைய இருக்குதுங்க. I hope the English departmentக்கு தான் blogsன்னு கிடையாது, where any student can utilize the blogs in a different forums where you can network with the people. All right. So Wikipedia is also help you to network. They can give you an contact or an email, or reading or knowing about the personality to more. Because the same case was given to a student, sample of student. I asked them to network with certain people on the interested area, and majority of people selected renewable energy. Okay, that's a trending one. ஸோ ரெனியூவபிள் எனர்ஜியில் நெட்ஒர்க் பண்ணுங்க அப்படின்னு ஒரு கேசஸ் கொடுத்துருந்தோம். ஸோ அந்த கேஸை ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எப்படி எடுத்துக்கிறாங்கன்னா, ஹீ இஸ் கெட்டிங் கனெக்ட் டு தி ப்ரொஃபஷனல்ஸ் லைக் அ ஃபேஸ்புக். நம்ம ஃபேஸ்புக்லலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, where we can give them friend request directly. Okay, but where the professional networking like tool like LinkedIn, if you connect to the professional like this, they will reject you, they will deny you. So there is an option for a add note which can be available only in the web version. Okay, on the web version la you have to add a note. So on the note enna, hi, I'm so and so, I read your blog, so I was quite amazing and interested to follow you to learn this kind of technology or a tool. So if you drop a message in a note, add note column, and send it to the request to the LinkedIn professional, definitely they will accept and they will be very happy because you have read the blog. Okay, so that is why I'm telling you, Wikipedia is one of the important blog to network with the people. And you have content community like YouTube. You can find a lot of people in YouTube. They do have their own channels, and they always stream their videos and thoughts. We can network via YouTube too, where we can put our comments in the comments column, and where we will try to connect with them, right? Because I usually share one YouTube channel to the class group, how to speak English confidence, I mean with a very confident. So that's one of the things which really inspired me, because the pain which we face in the college life was clearly mentioned in the video. So that is why I started sharing all those videos to you in a WhatsApp group. Right? So YouTube is one of the medium, and anything can be used. Like, I'm not limiting with the one particular network called LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is professional. Only professionals will be there. Where if you think to network, you can network with any online platforms. You can do it in a YouTube, you can do it in a Snapchat, you can do it in a Twitter, you can do it in Instagram, right? Anything is possible with the help of a digital networking. That's what we're trying to communicate. And I hope our SNS institution student have LinkedIn ID. They always have the LinkedIn ID. If you do not have a LinkedIn ID, please create a LinkedIn ID and try to network with the HRs or to the interview. For instance, if Tech Mahindra is coming tomorrow, then you can connect with the professionals of Tech Mahindra to guide you. Definitely people who works in the industry will try to help you and support for preparing to your interviews, where we can utilize in the multiple aspects. Okay, one is for getting a chance for recruitment, and one is to social profile your resume and video resume, and another one is for getting a knowledge from the experts, right? And I also request to get connect with SNS institution page, because we do not know after 10 years you will be a vice president of HR department, then that will be help us, the SNS future students, to get connect and sharing of knowledge with you. Okay, so I request every one of you to have create a LinkedIn ID if you do not have. I hope 99% you will have. You have. If not, kindly create a LinkedIn account and try to network with 10 professional in your interested area with the add note column. Add note column and the so and so introduction. And the introduction they should accept you. They should not reject or deny your account of request. All right, it's a time to end. If you have any question, we shall discuss. If you have a question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Then I'm there to help you or sharing my experience. In case if you have query, please ask me in the chat box, which I can help you. If you do not have a question, then we shall wind it off. So now வந்து SNSC ஓட attendance link மட்டும் இப்போ ஷேர் பண்றேங்க. புவனேஸ்வரி மேடமும் தரன் சாரும் பின்னாடி ஷேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. Or else I'll request them the attendance link with them. It's not an issue. And there is a question from Krishna Prasant. If I made an unknown person as a friend, then is it mean networking? Yes. Because the request made without a purpose, it's a useless. Because நான் அதுதான் சொன்னேன், இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க வந்து நெட்வொர்க் பண்ணிட்டு எப்படி நினைச்சிருப்பீங்கன்னா, ஜஸ்ட் ஹை பை சொன்னா தட்ஸ் நெட்வொர்க்கிங் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிருப்பீங்க. பட் தி ரியல் இன்டென்ஷன் ஆஃப் நெட்வொர்க்கிங் ஷுட் ஹாவ் அ பர்பஸ், a purposeful or a meaningful networking. Because என்னன்னா, கொஞ்ச நாள் கழிச்சு நீங்கள் ஒரு நல்ல கம்பெனியில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு தோண ஆரம்பிச்சிடும், தேவையில்லாமல் பேசுறது இட்ஸ் அ வேஸ்ட் ஆஃப் டைம். தென் யூ வில் ஸ்டார்ட் திங்கிங் லைக் இஃப் ஐ ஸ்பீக் ஐ ஷுட் ஏர்ன். நான் ஒரு மணி நேரம் பேசினேன்னா ஐ ஷுட் ஏர்ன் 5,000. ஸோ தட்ஸ் வேர் மை ஸ்பீச் இஸ் பவர்ஃபுல். அந்த மாதிரி பொசிஷனுக்கு நீங்கள் போனதுக்கப்புறம் யூ வில் நெவர் ட்ரை டு ஹாவ் அன் அன்னோன் நெட்வொர்க்கிங். தட்ஸ் ட்ரூ. தமிழ் செல்வன் SNSCT, நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்ல வர்றீங்க, எஃபெக்டிவ் கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா தென் ஐ வில் ஹெல்ப் யூ. So what? And any other question?
No, sir.
No. All right. Then I hope you guys are busy in purchasing Diwali for Diwali celebration, and let me pray to have a safer Diwali, and we wish you happy Diwali, advance happy Diwali to all personal psychology students. Thank you. See you later.
Advance happy Diwali too, sir.
Thank you dear.
Sir, is tomorrow college how many days of holidays for Diwali?
For you asking about the official circular. Okay. Ashwin, may I know you are from SNS College of Technology or
Technology.
SNS Technology? I will ask Taran sir and Bhuvaneshwari madam to share the official circular of holiday. So let me have a holiday. All days are holiday for COVID learning student, right?
Yes, yes.
Because I do not know how many of you are sleeping and attending the class, how many of you lying in the bed and attending the class. It's like a holiday.
For past 2 years, we are in holidays.
That's true. That's true. Okay. If no more question, then we'll wind it off the session and see you on another session. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.